Hi everybody, Ben here from Atlas Ordinary. So tonight I am going to do a cloud pour. So I have mixed up phthalo blue, purple. They are both 45 grams paint, 90 grams floetrol. I have a feeling that's a bit thicker. I may have to thin it down slightly. And this is 30 grams paint and 15 grams of decoart Americana Decor satin enamel in pure white. So I'm just testing that because I always make them up and just leave them for a minute just to see how they go. That still feels good and good. That one feels good. This one's thickened up. So always good to just give them a little stir and just feel the consistency. Usually you can tell because this was giving me a bit more resistance as I was stirring. So just adding a little bit of water. When you add a little bit of water, it feels really runny at first. But as it gets mixed through, you can feel it thickening back up again. So I know the phthalo blue, I just know my bottle of paint at the moment, and that phthalo blue is a little bit runnier compared to well, not all the other colours, but some of the other colours. Alright, that feels better. Perfect. So I'm going to get that out of my way, put my colours there. So I am going to try and do a little bit of a ring pour, but I don't want to do a quick ring pour. I want to go a little bit slower and kind of let it space itself out in a slower motion. So we're going to go a little bit of white at the bottom. Then we're going to go a bit of purple. Then a bit of blue. Come on, drip. There we go. Then white again. So I got myself a nice large cup, paper cup here, so I can bend it into a spout. So I just want to make sure I get as much of the satin enamel out of the cup as I can, or the satin enamel mixture, because that's what's going to give me my clouds. So I've got, hoping to get purple and blue with the clouds pushing through, and they'll also make some of the purple and blue a little bit lighter, so I get a mixture of colours. So I'm going to go a little bit of purple, and I am actually going to pour just the last little bits on the edges. I have actually found this to be quite effective when I've done it this way. Just helps this last bit roll over the edge quite easily. So it's just a quick little... Oops. Yeah, doesn't have to be perfect. Just, there was a lot in the cup. The cup's going to be quite full as it is. I've poured out most of it. I'm just adding just a bit, kind of just what I would normally scrape out at the end. There we go. So now this will just help the paint roll over the edges a bit easier. Wonderful. Get the satin enamel container out my way. Oh, it's so warm. It was over 40 degrees Celsius here today, so I'm very hot. So I'm pinching the cup into a spout and I'm going to pour. At the same time, I'm just doing a bit of a ring. Awesome looking cup again. So this is looking a little bit different to normal when I just do my straight pours. So hopefully I get something pretty cool happen out of this. Just letting the paint spread out and do its thing. I'm just holding it a little bit on this angle because it was going to go over this edge. So I can see it coming back down to the middle. I'm going to get my blue torch out. And I'm going to give it a little bit of a torch and get some of these bubbles out. Alrighty. Chuck my gloves on. Oh, definitely warm, and I think my little light is actually heating up the room because I feel like I am cooking. Alrighty. So I'm just gonna kind of go a little bit back and forth, trying not to go over the edges yet. Just maneuvering the paint around. which some is going over the edge. So I'm going to start tilting off the canvas, which might be this top corner first. So I'm just going to try and get it as close to the corner before it tips over, and then quickly go over, come back. And I'm going to do the opposite end. Quickly go over, come back. Okay, that's two sides done. Now I'm going to come down to this end. And yep, going over, coming back. Get in there, get in there. Okay, it's going over, coming back. So, that is how it looks right now. I feel I actually want to get some of this side off, because I'm liking this side a lot better than that ringed side. So I'm just moving it a bit. Getting some of the paint off, so that's a bit more how I would like it. But I want to maneuver this around and see if I can stretch some more clouds up. I'm not really wanting to tip anything off. I just want the paint to move around, pull against itself, and hopefully bring up some clouds. So the only thing I got to watch for is whether I'm obscuring my pattern, which it is happening a little bit. Maybe if I can come at it from this angle. I'm still going to obscure that ring. That ring's going to get too out of shape if I keep maneuvering it. And that's what I can feel. So I'm going to have to stop. So what happens is you get one major focal point, which really is the ring. And if I stretch that too much and it starts going in a weird shape, it will look funny. So I don't want to get rid of the ring. I want the ring to be there. But I want it to be off to that side and still be in shape. So I've had to stop. Now, I don't know if I want to actually torch a second time. So if I torch again, I may get little specks come up in this from where bubbles pop. And sometimes it looks good, and sometimes it doesn't give you as the desired effect that you want. I'm really loving all these little bubble, cloud, pearl things that are appearing. I've got nice fluffy cloud over here. I've got the cloud paints doing nice effects there, and same with all three here through these rings. They're really developing nice and fluffy and soft. So I don't want to torch this. What I'm going to do is just pause and let this develop into itself. These may swell up more, they may not. That's the thing with these. Sometimes they do keep changing and sometimes they don't. But what I am going to do is scrape my sides. I don't want any more paint to come off. I don't want to lose any more of my artwork to the drips. I'm quite liking this with the two darker colours. That's quite good that I didn't use a lighter blue or lighter purple. I just used the phthalo and the normal purple, because the white is kind of creating some lighter colours in there without actually being too light. I'm really liking this, but I'm going to give it time to settle in. So I will be pausing it and I will come back in, say, 5-10 minutes. Okay, and here we go. So it's been 10 minutes. So I think some of the bubbles have gotten bigger and some didn't. But I am really liking this. I like how the purple and the blue have blended together to make different tones. The white's gone with them and given it different colours again. And I'm really, really pleased. The ring is there without it being dominant. But we've got these nice swirls of bubbles and colours. And then you've got other couple of lines over here. Really cool. I'm quite happy with this. So all as I'm going to do is keep scraping the edges as I see it dripping, and virtually just let it start drying and do its thing. So no more changes to it. So I'm going to bring you down for a close-up and we can have a look at what it is from my angle. Okay, so here we go. This is what I've been looking at from my side. As you can see, we've got a really cool ring happening with these kind of like half rings that kind of get broken up. And then we've got this big stream of like bubbles or pearls, cloud pearls we'll call them, that run all the way up and around. A few more lines with some more bubbles or clouds in between. And then down here for this darker, kind of more bolder section, which just kind of fits in really good with it. So let's come down and have a close-up of some of these little bubbles or pearls, cells, clouds. Sorry, didn't know what to call them for a minute there. They're really nice. Some are more bold, some are more subtle. Then as we go across, we get these nice, well-defined clouds with dark lines in between. A nice good ring, which isn't perfectly a ring shape. That's why I had to stop tilting, because that part didn't want to move. So if I had kept tilting this way, I would have got the two sides go up and around, and that would have stayed there and gone much more out of shape. When this is still in shape enough that it still looks good. Then the rings come down to where we got the first lot of bubbles of the line. Then we come across down to this nice darker section where we got some blues, purples with a few bubbles and clouds happening. But this little stream of bubbles, pearls, clouds is what I love. And then it comes up to this little section up here. So I am pretty pleased with this. I don't know if I can adjust my lighting to see if this changes it or not. Where am I? So that light is a yellow light, which I just turned off. So as you can see, it's probably made it a little bit more blue and purple. What I see in the camera is pretty accurate to what I see in real life. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this pour. I'm really happy with it. So like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. That would be wonderful. I am super happy. I've got 551 subscribers now. Super thrilled. Thank you everyone who has subscribed. Thanks everyone for leaving comments and liking and sharing. Really appreciate this. So I am going to go now, and hopefully I'll do another pour tomorrow if I have time. I've got a busy day, so we'll see how I go. But enjoy your evening, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.